and welcome back to my YouTube channel Life is a Circus. So today I have a little bit of a, no, not a little bit, I have a very personal story to tell you, and it's taken me a long time to progress this, and also it's taken me a long time to stand up for the story and tell people about it, since I haven't even told many of my friends about the story, but I now want to be more open for it, and I really feel like now it's the right time to share the story with you. So I'm going to just not ramble more. I'm going to go straight on to the point. So like you probably could all notice, I was just stupid to think I'm not going to tell anyone, I'm not going to share the story, because then they will not notice, everyone notice. I was severely underweight for 2 years, and I just wanted to give the backstory to that, to raise kind of awareness, because everyone might have thought I have anorexia, which wasn't really the truth, but I kind of developed bad eating behaviors, but due to another story. And I really want to share this story with you just because I reflected a lot on what I share on YouTube, and I kind of ignored the fact that I wasn't really doing well during the last few years, because there was so much that wasn't okay, but I was just pretending everything was okay. And I kind of feel really bad for me that I was pretending that instead of sharing my thoughts and story. But I think now I'm really okay with it, because I had so much going on during that time, and I just wanted to be living a normal life, kind of. And yeah, now I'm at the point where I'm going to live a new life, go to a new school, and I'm so excited for that. I'm at the peak of my life, I think, at the moment. And that excitement helped me to settle down and realize that I wanted to tell you the truth. I want to inspire other people, and also with the subjects health and exercise science that I'm going to study, I'm going to learn a lot about the human body, and my goal is really to become a doctor, and especially work with athletes to help enhance their performance. And I really want to help people, so that's why I realized I want to share this story with you. So all the time in my life I was underweight. I was on the down curve when I went to the doctor, but it was okay because I was healthy. I was smaller. That's one point, and the second point is I've done a lot of sports, and maybe for all my life I didn't just eat enough to keep it on a good level, but it wasn't because I didn't want to eat more, it was just my natural way. It was kind of normal. Also, my doctor told my mom, if it's not getting any lower, it's fine, I'm at the bottom of the curve. But some people, they are just smaller and thinner and lighter than others, which is totally fine. But then 1 year, it was I think summer after COVID or something, I started to be really underweight, or not really underweight, but on the underweight curve at my doctor, and he was concerned. He took blood samples of me, which didn't show any big concerns, so he said, yeah, we just leave it, you come again after summer holiday and stuff. And during this period it got severely worse. I started to lose more and more weight because I started to eat less and less. But that wasn't because like I thought I was too fat or I couldn't perform well. It was simply because like I had the worst stomach aches. You can't even imagine. It was so bad, and whenever I ate, it was getting worse and worse. So after holiday, I of course lost weight. I came to the doctor and he told me, you have anorexia, you are ill, you should go see a therapist, go to therapy and stuff like that. My mother told him, please, go check out her stomach, she's not doing well. But my doctor didn't do it. I know, it's from the perspective of my doctor, I can totally understand it. I had the symptoms of anorexia, just I didn't have them because like I never thought about me being too fat, me eating too much, me not being slim enough. I never had these thoughts. I also never looked at the mirror and thought, I'm too fat. I knew that I was too thin, but I couldn't do anything to make it better. So because of that, my doctor still said, no, you should go to see a therapist. So I went to that therapy. And the first therapist I had, it was just hell. She asked me questions about my life and made me thinking about stuff that happened in my life as they were things that were bad for me and that made me be anorexic. And those things weren't even bad. Like she made me think about how I was born and what could be the reason for that now and why I was ill now. And that made me mentally really unstable. I was just crying. I hated it there. I had to go there once a week, which wasn't a lot, of course, but it was terrible. It was pure torture. I don't really know what her intention with the treatment was, but it was totally didn't help me. Except it was the start of me having the stomach aches and now worrying about food, because the thing is, when people tell you something and they tell you over and over again that it is like this, you start to think that it's the truth. That's how the human mindset works. And it can be good. Like if you're telling yourself, I am going to pass my math exam, and if you tell you that yourself this affirmation every single day, it's going to really benefit you. Like it's going to help your mental self and your mental health. But if you do the opposite, it's also going to not benefit you. And this therapist, she was just keep on telling me, yeah, you should eat this much calories and you should do this and you're anorexic. And my mind was just, you are ill. You should be ill. You should be counting calories. Like that's when it really started. So it was kind of, I really want to say that she was the reason why this started, but I think it was definitely a huge part of why I kind of started restricting even more on food. Like it was the combination of the stomach aches, them not going away, and people kind of telling me that I had bad feelings. So I started to eat even less. Then after a few weeks, my parents realized it was really bad. They also didn't feel comfortable with her because they realized it wasn't the real thing. It wasn't a good thing. They also thought that the therapist wasn't really helping. So I just continued kind of life, but my doctor still told me you should come every week to weigh yourself, you have to take blood of you and stuff like that. And of course my weight wasn't like for the last like 1 year, 1.5 year, it wasn't decreasing a lot, but it wasn't also like increasing a lot. So it was more or less stable, but really low. But the doctor always told me, if my symptoms, like if there is any any symptoms of heart failure, I have to go get admitted to the hospital. And that was also a big thing. Like they always told us, you should get admitted to eating disorder treatment. But for this, I'm really thankful for my parents, because also a lot of family friends or family members have told us, you can't have her at home, she must go to eating disorder treatment. But I know that this would have been the worst thing for me, because I didn't belong there, and I think it would have been so much worse seeing all of these ill people. It wasn't inspiring for me at all. I wanted to see normal life. I wanted to get rid of the stomach aches and become like normal weighted again and just enjoy life. So my parents more or less let me live my normal life. So I had a great time during that time with friends. I could also still continue my sport, which was, I think, the best thing for them to let me do. I think if they just didn't let me do any sport anymore, I would have not wanted to get out of this, because there was like no purpose. Like my purpose was, I want a happy life, I want to live, I want to do my sport, and I think that's what kept me alive actually. But then there were several really down parts on this journey, and the first one was during like COVID time, but was already going on for a while. I got COVID and I was underweighted, and then at this day I came to the doctors and my results, like my blood pressure was really low, and he sent me to the hospital and he said you should get admitted there. But then I came there and they had a room ready for me and everything, but we were really unhappy, my parents too, because they didn't tell us anything about the treatment I'm going to get, how long I'm going to be there, nothing. So they looked at my health objectives and they really recognized that I was fine. Like it was 2 hours after I visited the doctor, and they told me it's not necessary to have you there. There is no concerns in you not like functioning. Like all my blood work was fine, and at this point, or like all the time, the really surprising thing was that I didn't show any weakness. Like I woke up in the morning, I was energized, I could do sports and stuff like that, which really shows that the BMI is something that is so misleading, because like I had a BMI that many people die in like 2 months, and I didn't die all the time, and I didn't feel weak, I didn't have any problems, which with this I don't want to say it's okay to be underweight, not at all, but I want to say it shouldn't be generalized. And this is my main quote or thing I want to say in this video is, it shouldn't be generalized. You shouldn't be put in just one drawer, because that's what the doctors did to me. And now continuing, so I could go home again. I didn't have to stay in the hospital, never in this whole journey, and I'm so happy about. But then the second really low point of my journey was, I did my circus performances, and the weeks before the circus performances, my teachers came up to me and told me, hey, we are a bit worried about you. We talked together and we made an agreement that it would be better for me just doing juggling in circus and not doing like handstands and stuff that demanded a high energy requirements, and I thought it was fine. Clearly I was a bit sad because I really improved my skills a lot during that time, which is surprisingly. I also built a strength, which is surprisingly. And I didn't feel bad doing it, and also the doctors confirmed that I could continue circus, but it was fine to me. I could understood the concern of my coaches and also concern of people going to watch the performances. So during the performance I just did juggling, which was fine to me. I was happy to still be there and do juggling and have fun with my friends. But then what was really bad was like one day after the circus performance, we got an email from my circus teachers sent to us telling us that they were concerned about my health, that I was really struggling and that I was in a really bad shape and that I couldn't continue circus anymore. And I till now think it's okay that they told us that, because like they wanted to do the best for me, but it's not okay for them not to listen to professionals like doctors. And it's also what really hurt me is I know those teachers for like 6-8 years and I saw them multiple times a week, and before that we were there for like one entire week to have our performances, and then the teacher comes one day after and writes an email. It's just so bad. People, if you have something to tell someone, please go to them. Don't write emails. It's so unpersonal, and it made me and my family really mad. It made me mad because I couldn't continue what I love to do, and it made me mad because the teacher couldn't tell me. It made me just so sad and angry. But after a few months, it all got better till the email got sent out to all of the parents without our confirmation, telling them that I was so ill and because of that I'm not there anymore. But they didn't even ask us for our confirmation. I didn't have the chance to tell the other members of the circus what really happened, to tell the parents, because then my mother and my dad got so many emails from their parents about my health and concerns, but I wasn't that ill. Like, I was fine. There was like no incidents of me like being mortally ill, so it wasn't that bad. But after a few months I came over that it was fine, I guess. It wasn't getting worse. And I think after that, a few months after that, my life really got a lot better because we found a new treatment at Langenthal, which I could talk to a nutritionist and a psychiatrist. But it wasn't like the therapy I experienced before. It was way more on what we can do as a family to go through this time, what I can do nutritional wise to like also that could help my stomach. And during this time we also found out that I was lactose intolerant, which helped a lot to me getting the food. And they also realized that I was kind of afraid of speaking personally once, and they decided for me to meet them only like once every 2 weeks per Zoom, because it was like more relaxing and less pressure on me. And yeah, my mental health got a lot better during this time, although like I wasn't completely healthy again, but it was definitely getting better. But what also happened during this time is that the CASP got informed about concerns that my parents weren't caring correctly for me, and we definitely know that it was someone from my circus. And that's another thing what really catches me. It's like how this person didn't tell us about their concerns, and that they could just do an anonymous announcement to the circus and then to the CASP that they were concerned with me. And if you know what the CASP is, they are a kind of good thing, because they are caring for people that they have a feeling like the parents don't care for them enough. And it was always a battle, because like there was the danger that they would take me away from my parents, because I wasn't admitted to the hospital, but I should have. But thanks to a really good lawyer, we made it through that time, and I got rid of the CASP like 3 months before Christmas this year. And then during Christmas time, something magically happened. I don't know to the point what it was, but I love Christmas time. And it was that evening I was baking cookies with Shika, having lots of fun. And shout out to Shika, my best friend ever. I think this wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have spent time with her. But this evening we were baking cookies, and after that I just started eating. I couldn't stop. There was something telling me, you should eat now. And for the next 2 weeks I just ate. It's insane. My body felt so crap. Like in the whole day I just lay in bed, ate, because my stomach was the worst. I was like feeling so sick all the time. I couldn't sleep anymore, but I started to gain weight, and I wanted to gain weight. I wanted this theater to be over, to enjoy Christmas, and I told myself, you're going to gain weight now and not in like 1 year. And I also wasn't afraid of eating, never. I just was afraid of my stomach pain. But that time I told you, I told myself, if I accept my stomach pain, I'm just going to pull through it now, and I'm not going to do it slowly, because then I'm going to have the stomach pain for even longer. So, and I've also thought about, if I get a healthy weight, people are going to actually care about my stomach and not about me having anorexia. So I wanted this to be over, so I just started eating, and here I am now. I can't believe how strong I was during that time, and it really showed me how much I'm capable of and how strong my mindset is, because in just like 2 months, 3 months, I gained over 20 kilograms, which is an insane amount. So thankful for my family and friends that helped me, and also for my family believing in me. And now I really want to share my story. And at the moment, I'm getting lots of tests done because of my stomach. Like I said, I have a lactose intolerance, which not drinking milk and taking lactose-free products really helped my stomach already. But I'm now going to have more checkups for my stomach before I'm leaving to the USA. They also say I probably have like just a hypersensitive stomach, which can have a lot of influences. It also can be a bit genetic, because my father had it as a child too. It can be due to me having a lot of tension because of doing circus, and it could also be because like I'm a really sensitive person. I think a lot about stuff, and sometimes brain goes to the stomach. But I think at the time I'm also kind of evaluating which foods are good for my stomach. I'm leaving certain things away. I'm doing the FODMAPs diet to see what is good for me. And yeah, that's basically the story. And with that story, I just wanted to tell you that what you think is the right thing to do is generally the right thing, and you should really reflect on which people you are getting help from, and you should really reflect about what could help you. You should never, if you are ill, believe that you can do everything on your own and that it's going to get better anyway, but you should think and reflect on who are the right people to help you in the situation. And with this video, I'm also wanting to raise awareness to curing people, but not looking at the cure from just one aspect, instead of listening to the parents of children and to the children themselves. Because we told my doctor all the time, I don't have a mental disorder, it comes from my stomach, but they didn't listen to me. And that's just what I have wished, that people kind of listen to us or me more, so all this stuff wouldn't have happened, and they would just have looked at my stomach and helped me figure out how to solve this problem. So yeah. But also I want to mention that I think everything or a lot of things in the world happened for a reason, and I definitely believe that these moments made me stronger. Like, there are a few things that did make me stronger. Reason one is they threw me out of circus, which is still a really weak point for me, because till now I didn't get that fire from my back, but I know that I truly want to be doing circus and doing sports again, but it's just been really hard because of me gaining so much weight. I've lost a lot of energy, but I've came to the realization that my body just needs time to adapt now, and that there will be a point for me to do sports a lot again at university. Also, it will be fun with other people to do sports, and I'm also now really passionate about the subject I'm going to study at university, and it's all fine for me. And I also wouldn't say that these years have been lost, because my parents still let me do so much stuff. We went on great trips, I had fun with friends, I could stay in school, I actually managed school, I developed further mental skills and circus skills, which I'm really proud of. And more than everything else, this time showed me that I can do everything if I put my mind to it and if I really want it. Because doing what I did isn't easy, and it needs a lot of power, and that definitely showed me that I'm capable of so much. And I really came to the realization in the past few months that I want to share my story. I also started writing a book, and I really want to motivate others to be healthy, and I want to motivate others to find out more about the stomach. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you take something away from this video. I hope also that you don't judge people too fast. And I also want to normalize mental disease. I also hope that if you see somebody being very thin or very sick or whatever, someone just not looking normal, to go to the person and ask the person if you can help, if there's something the person wants to tell you, but just not judge behind their backs. Because that's been one of the things that damaged me the worst. Just everything happening around the circus where people told other people stuff behind my back. And that's everything I want to say with this video. It's been very emotional, and if you want to have more of these kind of pep talks from Kiara, then follow my channel and write me maybe on Instagram if you want to hear more of the story. And if you also want to have more kind of mental techniques on how enjoying life even though you are in a difficult situation like I was during that time. Yeah, that was definitely everything from today. It felt really good to share this with you, and I want to say again, I'm quite ashamed of the fact that I didn't share it before, but during that time I also didn't have like a free mindset to really think and process about what's happening. So, but now that I left it behind and it's a new chapter, I felt strong enough and I felt like I have reflected what was happening enough to tell you the story. So that was my story. Hi guys, I just realized I never even totally finished my YouTube video, so I was talking and rambling kind of a bit in this video, but it's because like my emotions were a bit over the place. And I just want to tell you like 3 takeaways from this video. So in general, don't want you to feel sorry for me, and I don't want to put the blame on anyone, but instead I want to tell you, A, don't judge people based on how they look. B, ask people if you can help them and ask them how you can help them, but not just go there and put a label on things. And then C, be there for people who need help, and accepting when they don't want to talk about things, then just be a good friend or be a nice person. Hope talks with them, speak with them, ask people on what they feel like, on what they want, and if they don't give you an answer, it's none of your business. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and share this video with other people. Bye bye. I'm going to see you later, alligator.